Well, Nintendo just surprised me today. So if you don't know, today was the Direct, and um, yeah, I'm definitely intrigued by Pokemon ZA already. So for context, if you guys don't know, and I'm just gonna go ahead and make a video about it because I know that it's going to start a discussion. And obviously already people already know I don't really care about the little bit of the situation, but I do want to put my thoughts in it a little bit and also explain what's about to happen or what's just happened and blah 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 because it's a very weird one and stuff. And I might as well end it with a little bit more positive than the last two videos this week because yeah, I've been talking about negative about Pokemon, so let's talk about something a little bit more positive, even though, ironically, I'd be kind of weirdly turning it into a little bit negatory for some straightforward reason. Okay, so for context, if you haven't seen the latest Direct, and there are a lot of other things to talk about the Direct, surprisingly, it was way more better than I thought it was going to be, honestly. I mean, the only thing I came in here was for ZA, but shockingly, there was a lot of good stuff for everyone in this Direct, for sure. Like, they definitely answer a lot of questions. Uh, and basically, ZA was one of those. First off, they did confirmed uh, a new game for Pokemon, of course, which, I don't know. I might get it, might not. It would definitely be an interesting thing to start off with, truly, for Switch 2, once I get Switch 2, of course. But I'm still thinking about it. But more importantly, to ZA. So, right off the bat, and let's go ahead and get this out of the way because you already saw the title. Yes, ZA just became a $90 game. I am not joking. Literally, I am actually not joking. Okay, so for context, you guys don't know, they just announced DLC before DLC. Well, before the game. Like, huh? Like, I am just as puzzled as everyone why the flying hell they did it, other than, normal reasons. But even then, even with those normal reasons, I don't think you can use that to explain the Crazyville in it. And yes, I already pre ordered the DLC. I will be able to get enough money, but yes, I'll be paying $90. And mind you, it's not going to be Switch 2. I still have my OLED, so I'm going to literally be playing Nintendo playing ZA on my Nintendo Switch 1, not 2 yet. Um and honestly, I'm complex by it. I am complex. And for clarification, it is about $90 on this game. Basically, put it simply, it is $59.99, which is $60 in which in kind of standard rounding, and the DLC is $2.99 for the DLC. Oh my god, I blanked on that like crazy. But anyways, yeah, so it's for $30. So $30 plus $60 equals $90. So I'm paying $90 for a Pokemon game. And mind you, I am paying it right now. I know one would say wait before it, but hey, I don't mind. I like Pokemon, and besides, if I'm already pre-ordering and going to get ZA on day uno, might as well just fork over a little bit more money. I mean, I'm doing this to myself. I better just I might as well shot my arms too after shooting my legs. So, whatever. And to be fair, you can tell I'm more calm with this because I talked about this before. Although this is definitely a big jump than what most people thought. Although this has happened before. Like I already talked about AA Clock Gold, and I think Civilization as well got up tier, but it's once again it's definitely going to bring up the talk about video games is so expensive and stuff. And honestly, I think at this point it's sort of calmed down because at this point I hopefully feel like people think this conversation is becoming more and more stupid. To be fair, it has gotten back in before this bombshell thing, because it is kind of a bombshell reveal, because of Silk Song, which definitely deserve it. I mean, I haven't played it, but I am planning to. But what I've been hearing and seeing, it seems pretty good. It definitely deserve its its millions copies sold and all that. Although it is gained conversation because, as people would know, it's actually $20. So that has gone ruffle a lot of feathers in the gaming industry right now with that for some reason. Look it up. I'm not going to do a good job explaining that, but we all know that this brought up the conversation on, you know, could it be fair to price a game at $60 or $50 and not like 80 and 90? And I didn't expect Pokemon to be the first to do this, because this does count as a $90 game. I don't think even Scarlet and Violet DLC combined was $90. So this is actually literally outside of the AAA clock gold, which is not even, you can even make the argument about the price cut because that's obviously not selling. This is literally, and of course Civilization with its DLC. This is literally the first Nintendo game that's $90, and more specifically, this is one of the first few new generation games that actually pass $80 and $90. Now, do I really care about this? Honestly, not only the answer is kind of no, but there is, of course, a leeway. That being the fact that the base game is $60, and of course, you don't have to get the DLC now. I mean, the only thing you're going to get on launch right now is the dress up stuff. You'll have to wait until February to get the other stuff, which that usually happens with DLCs. We've seen this before. It just baffles me, like everyone else, that this was released way early. I feel like they should have done the right thing and wait until that game actually comes out. But hey, I guess it's working because I bought it. I pre-ordered the DLC. I'm gonna pay $90 for this fucking game, so I'm a dumbass. But what is clear is I understand there is tension with this. This is going to be tension with this because, I mean, I want to blame them to say the least. Of course, I'm way more casual. I already discussed this before. I don't care. Like, people really shouldn't judge a person by paying what they want. I said this before. They have the right with their own money. For example, I'm the dumbass, but hey, I have a right with my own money, so I'm gonna pay $90 for this. Yes, it's probably a little bit stupid, but hey, it's my money, my choice. Everyone has a choice, and really, it may not be stupid because really, no one is truly stupid to pay for what they're paying for unless it's something super crazy. I wouldn't say this is super crazy. I'm more like you're paying it for illegal things. But this is, it depends on what you think of. But again, it's people's money. They have the right to pay for what they want. I am in a little bit of agreement that this is a little bit weird. I don't think weird is a good way to explain this, but it is kind of weird, especially since they should have held off with the DLC beforehand. Especially since normally DLC comes after the game launches. My only theory, other than, of course, the usual craziness, which I know people are going to say this, and I admit, I really do feel like this is also because, hey, Pokemon sells, so king. I really feel like this is because they're also trying to rush this out, so that way when after DLC released on February, they'll be like, hey, here's the new Generation 10 and the end. Which I think is a little bit bad because A, we just got this new game in October. You're giving us 4 months to play it all before the next generation, which already sucks. But also, again, this doesn't really excuse you for the real reason, which let's be honest, it's also because of money. It's a company. They want money. The end. I mean, I'm not dumb enough to not know that. Although this is definitely the most craziest way imaginable. I mean, there probably is more than that. But again, I'm not gonna make a big deal of it because A, I'm one of these people who's gonna buy this thing no matter what, and you can call me a dumbass all you want. But hey, it's my money, my choice. I always say that. Especially since really I think it's a good deal either way because of the way of ZA looking. But then again, you can again there is a good discussion going on right now involving this video game thing. I'm on a neutral side. I'm more on neutral, but I'm more on hey, do what you want with your money. It's your choice, and that's all. I mean, if you don't want to get a Switch 2, if you don't like Nintendo, if you want to piss on Nintendo's graveyard, you want to go to Imo's grave and literally take a explosive diarrhea on it, that's on you. That's not me, and I get your opinions. We may not agree, but I respect your opinions and blah blah blah. That's fine. It's just let me just enjoy my opinions. Let's respect each other. Blah blah blah. And at the end of the day, remember, we're grown people playing video games here. It's video games. There are more than life than video games. That is a fact here. Okay, with that being said, let's get into turning around for more positive stuff, which honestly doubles down on the fact of why this is a feel like a good deal. Not only because they're introducing more Mega Evolutions, but shockingly, this trailer along with the other normal trailer for the base game, yeah, they just confirmed everything. They literally did confirm the leak. So for context, if you don't know, and I did a video about this already. But yeah, there's been that artist leak that's been floating around. Now that artist leak has always been confirmed, but now it's been finalized with what this leak shows. And that is that the Kalos starters is getting the Mega Evolution, and not the new ones they're introducing. The ones from previous generations before X and Y. We're talking about the X and Y starters like Greninja, Delphox, Chestnut. I think that's how you say Chestnut. I don't know. But anyways, all three of them. They're getting evolutions. Shockingly, it also matches up to the artwork again. Although, oddly enough, I've wondered if the artists really I really now believe the artists really make sure to avoid the Nintendo lawsuit ninjas with their snipers because yeah, they really originally when Delphox of Mega Evolution, if you recall correctly from the artwork, it used supposed to have a freaking wizard's or witch's hat. No, instead, not only does it not have it, it has a beard. I mean, I already make a joke about this on Twitter and even I think on YouTube, but it doesn't stop people from make Rule 34 of that thing. But it definitely is weird. But it is a fine design. But this actually does confirm a lot. It confirmed the spellcaster design. It definitely confirmed the Greninja. I think the Greninja was the most accurate so far, besides from Victory Bell, because holy heck. And it's kind of funny that it's hanging upside down. And Chestnut, it's the only one that's, but hey, it is badass, I say the least. In fact, I think the Kalos starters designer is pretty cool. But this just confirms the leaks, okay? But weirdly enough, this also confirmed a second leak, the DLC. The DLC was leaked, and even further, which I think I recall, but I don't know. I think the Raichu was also leaked as well. Question mark? Which, okay, to be perfectly honest, I don't know how I feel about the Raichu. I'm glad it getting more attention. It reminds me of that dorky joke from Alola Farms. No one involves you either, huh? No, they all want Pikachu. It's really feels like that. They're really trying hardest to give Raichu more more variety. And I think they're doing a good job a little bit with this. It's just the designs, it's okay, but it's definitely like I get where they're going. They're making him look like a X and a Y or them or whatever he whatever, and they're fine. But it's like, I mean, even Charizard had more better XY form, and it's like, I mean, it's not perfect, but still, it's very weird. But it's fine, to say the least. I'm just glad we're getting more evolutions because I was so, and I'm hoping that this DLC will also introduce, um, you know, mega evolutions for the recent Gen 9. I don't think they will, but I feel like they might. It will be super cool if they do because we already have up to Gen 8 with that. But, pretty cool. This trailer was just standard. It just shows some more gameplay. I think they also, with the DLC description, revealed a new evil team? Question mark? Something like Team WZ or something. I think that what they said. I don't know what the heck was that. It is true. They do reveal a team name. I forgot how it goes, but it is in the DLC. I don't know why, but hey, it's in the DLC description. Whatever. Hey, it's getting close to a release, so it's not a big deal. But overall, this trailer kind of is great. This is exactly what I was asking for in the well, not the previous video, but the earlier video with the Magmar thing. This is what I wanted to see, honestly. So I'm glad it was revealed, and also with the new other Pokemon game, Pokemon whatever, Pokemon Ditto, which I'm gonna call it that, and it's fine. Definitely a better spin-off than what we usually get. I might actually dive right in it, but it's definitely a weird one to say the least. But overall, pretty good. My impressions is pretty good, and that's just Pokemon. I actually think this direct was pretty cool. It has a lot of good games coming out. But yeah, long story short, $90 game is gonna be an interesting thing. I want to see the discourse on that soon. Oh boy, so be prepared. But again, it's your money, your choice. I don't think really no one is a dumbass for buying this. Well, probably except for me because I don't know. But hey, if everyone want to call someone a dumbass, call me a dumbass. Not everyone else who want to enjoy this um, game. But the way I see it, I have high hopes that it might be worth it. But who knows? But yeah, there's gonna be that discourse, so get ready for that. And honestly, so far this game keeps getting better and better. Like I said, the trailers are not sometimes good, times not, but at least it shows it's improving and it's getting better and better. I'm liking where this is going. But anyways, this has been Flosscat snapping out of here. Bye bye.